This video is now in session, and there were three influential presidents within the past, I should say, 30 years that have really opened up and really shifted the electoral map in a pretty drastic way. So, those three presidents that I'm going to examine are Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, and then as well as Donald Trump. Now, obviously, there are more names besides those three that have been very influential in politics. Every single president is going to be influential, but these three presidents, I specifically chose them because of how they changed the electoral map in such a drastic way. So, this is the 1976 election where Jimmy Carter was able to win by 297 electoral votes. And then here, if we go to Reagan's year, this is where he absolutely obliterated Carter. Now, Reagan, I can say, look, I would say Reagan was very influential in electoral politics and shifted many states. That said, he shifted so many states to the point where I think which ones that he helped put to Republicans. It's mainly the southern area. As you can see right here, from 1984 onwards, it has been pretty Republican. The last time this area has been Democratic was in Jimmy Carter's year. So, in 1988, when George H.W. Bush won against Michael Dukakis, it seemed like Republicans had a lockdown on this electoral map, or as Al Gore says, that Republicans were able to put their win of an electoral college in a lockbox. So, as a result, 1992 was pretty surprising for George H.W. Bush, who lost re-election, and it's very hard to make an incumbent president a one-term president. Before George H.W. Bush, the last person to be to only have one term was Jimmy Carter. So, with this map, I want to examine how it has shifted the dynamics. So, as you can see, this is the first time this is pretty much the first time that California turns blue. So California, as you can see here, went to Bush by 3.6 percentage points. Right here, it went to Clinton by 13.4. And from there, that helped solidify California in the future. And California today is still very, very important for the Democratic Party, even if it's safe, because without California, they would be in much larger trouble. Like, if Democrats did not win in California and that went to Republicans, then Donald Trump would have won the 2020 election. Those were not the only flips that Bill Clinton was able to do. He was able to flip the Civil War belt area, and what I define as the Civil War belt area is these states right here: Arkansas, Louisiana, Missouri, Iowa, as well as Minnesota. Minnesota wasn't really as much part of the Civil War, but I'd say this area. And the reason why that's important is because because if we contrast that to today, all three of these states are safe Republican states. All of them. But back in 1996, Bill Clinton was able to flip, or 1992, Bill Clinton was able to flip all three of these states to the Democrats. And then another three states that Bill Clinton helped in was Nevada, Colorado, and New Mexico. The reason why these three states are so important is because even though a lot of these states went back to being red in 2000, they became more competitive states, which allowed for a future Democratic candidate named Barack Obama being able to win all three of these states, and then having Joe Biden start to solidify those states. So, if we go back there, you can see Clinton 4.3, Clinton 8.6, and 2.6. Even though it went to 2.6, 4.7, and 0.79% for Bush, you can see how Barack Obama used those wins from 1992 and 1996 to give him a 12.5 percentage lead in Nevada, 9%, and 15.1% in New Mexico. So this area was very influential in Bill Clinton's operations. And then obviously this area is definitely impactful. I mean, as you can see here, Virginia, North Carolina, Georgia, and Florida. Even though only Georgia went to Bill Clinton in 1992, and in 1996 it didn't even go to Bill Clinton. It's still influential because it paved the way. Again, Bill Clinton helped pave the way for Democrats in the future to get these states. So Virginia eventually went to Barack Obama in 2008. So as North Carolina. Georgia went to Joe Biden in 2020. Florida went to Barack Obama in 2008. And Clinton was able to win in Florida by 5.7 percentage points, which is a lot. So these are the main states that Bill Clinton also helped in. If you want to count one more, then I would say the Rust Belt area, just because that area has been pretty Republican, or had been pretty Republican during the Reagan years. In 1976, against Bob Dole, not Bob Dole, Gerald Ford. I don't know why I said Bob Dole. That must have been Clinton years. So Gerald Ford was from Michigan, so that's the main reason why he was able to win Michigan by 5.4 percentage points. But as you can see, Bill Clinton helped solidify those wins in 1992 and 1996. Now, transitioning over to the 2008 election, the shift between 2004 and 2008 is drastic. As you can see here, Democrats only had 53 safe states, and they were all in the Northeast. Compare that to Republicans with 133 safe Republican seats. And you'll see that there was a drastic difference, where here there are 211 safe Democratic seats and then 66 safe Republican seats. It pretty much flip-flopped between 2004 and 2008. So Barack Obama used the Bill Clinton victories and the narrowing of the margins in these three states in order to win them all by at least likely margins. He also helped solidify California, Oregon, and Washington. Today, we don't really see Democratic presidential nominees traveling to all three of these states, unless if they're trying to raise money for the primary election. And but in 2004, this wasn't a completely safe area for John Kerry or for Democrats, but Barack Obama helped make it a safe state. Or should I say safe region. So that was one area where Barack Obama definitely helped in. Another area is the Rust Belt. The Rust Belt he heavily helped with, because Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, all of these wins were not that big compared to 1992 and 1996, as well as even the 2000 election. So Barack Obama was able to flip every single one of those Rust Belt states and make it at least likely. And then for Indiana and Ohio, he made it a lean characterization. He also flipped Nebraska's 2nd district by a lot. It went from Bush 22 to Obama 1.3. That's a very big shift in politics, and something that rarely happens these days. Illinois also became safe. In 2004, Illinois wasn't even safe for John Kerry. That's how bad, I wouldn't say bad, but that's how uncoordinated, I guess, John Kerry was in cementing wins for him nationwide. And then if we look at the Northeast, Barack Obama used the strength that Kerry had in the Northeast and then made it stronger by making every single state besides New Hampshire safe. So New Hampshire and Maine 2nd district safe. And of these two, he won them by almost 10 points, or just over 10 points. So that's a big win for Barack Obama. Another place he was able to make his mark on is Republican states, deep Republican states that have a lot of electoral votes. And while he didn't win many of them, he was able to narrow the margin enough that it paved the way for a Joe Biden win in 2020. As you can see here, Arizona 10.5% to 8.5%. 8.5%. And then you look at Texas, 22.9%. Today, or not today, but 2008, 11.8%. That's 50% decrease. Georgia, 16.6% to 5.2%. So all of these states went from safe to likely, and that's exactly how that's exactly one of the ways that Joe Biden was able to win the presidential election. It was through these states that Barack Obama narrowed in 2008, and as well as and not as much in 2012, but somewhat so. And then, as you can see here, both of those states flip from either lean or likely Republican to tilt Democratic. So those are some states that Barack Obama definitely helped open up for the Democrats. That said, the thing is, he also closed some doors for Democrats, or he opened, or should I say, it's probably more apt for me to say that he opened some doors for Republicans between 2012 and 2016. For context of the 2016 election, millions of Americans were pretty annoyed at the US government for not doing its work, for the lack of action that was happening in Congress because of the gridlock that occurred between Barack Obama and the Republican Congress. So as a result, a lot of people blamed Obama for that, and even though it was both Obama and Republicans' fault that they were not able to compromise, even then, it's still pretty even then, Barack Obama is the president, and the president is the most recognizable politician on earth. So, for anything that happens in the U.S. government, it usually gets blamed on whoever's at the top. So. Look, in between 2012 and 2016, he opened up the Rust Belt for future Republican president, and this is where Donald Trump's strength comes in, where he was able to flip a lot of the blue-collar workers in this area from voting for Barack Obama in 2008 and 2012 to voting for Donald Trump in 2016. As you see, he won every single Rust Belt state with the exception of Minnesota, and even then, it was only by 1.5% in terms of a loss. Now, Hillary Clinton definitely did help in letting Trump flip all of these states because she didn't visit these states enough. But Barack Obama was able to open the door for Republicans here because of the anger that Rust Belt workers had at the Obama administration and the lack of action that it was doing to help manufacturing facilities in these states. Donald Trump also helped cement many of the Republican states that were trending towards Republicans. States like Missouri or Indiana, both of these states were hotly contested in 2008. But as you can see, in 2016, Donald Trump was able to change it from likely Republican to safe Republican. These days, Missouri isn't even classified as swing state, and in 2008, it only went to John McCain by 0.13 percentage points. So as you can see, those are the flips that Donald Trump, Barack Obama, and Bill Clinton were able to make in their presidential tenures. It has led to the map that we see today, where Arizona, Georgia, as well as the Rust Belt, in addition to Texas, Florida, North Carolina, New Hampshire, Colorado, and Nevada as being swing states. It's because of Bill Clinton that helps flip the states of Nevada, Colorado, New Mexico, and as well as Arizona in this area. And then it was also Barack Obama who helped give Democrats a boost in the Rust Belt from John Kerry's tenure. And then it was Donald Trump who flipped it back to Republicans after several decades of going Democratic. And then he was able to also flip other states for himself. But at the end, he also did help Democrats and Joe Biden open some of the states like Georgia and Arizona to being competitive. So that's the end of this video. This video is now adjourned, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.